There has only ever been one ABBA, a group whose music, style, and emotional storytelling reshaped global pop culture. At the creative core of this phenomenon stands Benny Andersson, a composer and musician whose melodies have transcended decades, trends, and generations. Alongside Björn Ulvaeus, Agnetha Fältskog, and Anni-Frid Lyngstad, he helped create a sound that was instantly recognizable yet endlessly evolving. This is the story of how a young Swedish musician grew into one half of one of the most successful songwriting partnerships in history, and how ABBA became more than a band, it became a cultural legacy. Early life and musical foundations. Benny Andersson was born in Stockholm, Sweden, in 1946, into a family where music was already a living tradition. His father and grandfather introduced him to the accordion at a young age, giving him an early foundation in melody and rhythm. As he grew older, he expanded his musical interests independently, teaching himself piano and exploring a wide range of influences from Swedish folk music to early rock and roll icons like Elvis Presley. These diverse inspirations helped shape his distinctive melodic style, which would later become a defining feature of ABBA's global appeal. Leaving school and entering the music scene. By the age of 15, Andersson made a decisive choice to leave formal education and pursue music full-time. This early commitment reflected both his confidence and his passion for creative expression. In the 1960s, he joined a popular Swedish pop group known as the Hepstars, where he quickly emerged as a standout talent. His ability to craft catchy, emotionally resonant melodies set him apart from many of his contemporaries. During this period, he also began to establish himself as a serious songwriter, laying the groundwork for his future collaborations. The meeting of Benny and Björn. A turning point in Benny Andersson's life came in 1966 when he met Björn Ulvaeus. Their meeting marked the beginning of one of pop music's most successful songwriting partnerships. Initially collaborating on various projects, they discovered a shared creative chemistry that blended Andersson's melodic instincts with Ulvaeus's lyrical and structural sensibilities. Over time, their partnership deepened, and they began writing songs that reflected both emotional depth and commercial appeal. This collaboration would eventually become the foundation for ABBA's global success. Formation of ABBA and early struggles. The formation of ABBA emerged gradually as Benny and Björn began working with vocalists Agnetha Fältskog and Anni-Frid Lyngstad. Both singers brought unique vocal textures that inspired the duo to experiment with harmonies and layered production. Early on, the group faced challenges, including name changes, inconsistent branding, and limited international recognition. However, their persistence paid off. In 1974, ABBA achieved a breakthrough when they won the Eurovision Song Contest with Waterloo, a performance that instantly launched them onto the global stage. Global breakthrough and iconic hits following their Eurovision victory, ABBA rapidly transformed into a worldwide pop sensation. Their music combined infectious melodies with emotional storytelling and polished production. Songs such as Dancing Queen, Mamma Mia, Fernando, Knowing Me, Knowing You, and The Winner Takes It All became timeless classics. These tracks showcased Benny Andersson's gift for melody and arrangement, as well as the group's ability to convey both joy and heartbreak. By the late 1970s, ABBA had become one of the best-selling music acts in history, dominating charts across continents. Personal relationships and emotional challenges. Behind ABBA's glittering success, the personal lives of its members became increasingly complicated. The two couples within the group, Agnetha Fältskog with Björn Ulvaeus and Anni-Frid Lyngstad with Benny Andersson, experienced marital breakdowns during a period of intense fame and constant touring. The emotional strain of balancing personal relationships with global celebrity began to influence both their lives and their music. Despite these difficulties, the group continued to work together professionally, channeling their experiences into increasingly introspective songwriting. The Visitors and a maturing sound. By 1981, ABBA released their final studio album, The Visitors, which marked a noticeable shift in tone and style. The music became darker, more reflective, and more emotionally complex than their earlier work. Themes of isolation, uncertainty, and change were present throughout the album, reflecting both personal transitions and broader emotional realities. This artistic evolution demonstrated Benny Andersson and Björn Ulvaeus' growth as composers, willing to explore deeper subject matter. Shortly after its release, the group effectively stepped back from active collaboration. Quiet separation and lasting influence. By the end of 1982, ABBA had quietly come to an end without an official public announcement. The members moved on to separate creative and personal paths, but the impact of their music continued to grow. Benny Andersson and Björn Ulvaeus went on to achieve success in musical theater, most notably with the global hit Chess and later developments that would inspire Mamma Mia. Meanwhile, Agnetha Fältskog and Anni-Frid Lyngstad pursued solo careers in personal healing away from the spotlight, reunion, revival, and modern legacy. Decades later, ABBA's legacy experienced a powerful resurgence. In 2021, the group reunited to record Voyage, their first new album in nearly 40 years. This project was paired with the groundbreaking ABBA Voyage concert experience in London, where digital avatars of the band performed their classic hits in a futuristic live setting. The project demonstrated how their music continues to evolve technologically while remaining emotionally timeless, bridging generations of fans who continue to discover their work anew. Enduring cultural impact, ABBA's influence extends far beyond music charts and album sales. Their songs have become embedded in global culture, appearing in films, stage productions, and celebrations worldwide. Benny Andersson's compositions in particular are celebrated for their melodic sophistication and emotional clarity. The group's ability to blend personal storytelling with universal themes has ensured their continued relevance. Even decades after their initial separation, their music remains a shared language of nostalgia, joy, and heartbreak across cultures. Conclusion. The story of ABBA is ultimately a story of transformation, of individuals who came together to create something larger than themselves. At its heart, Benny Andersson's musical vision helped shape a sound that continues to resonate long after the group's active years ended. Through success, separation, reinvention, and revival, ABBA has proven that great music does not fade. It adapts, survives, and grows stronger with time. Their legacy endures not only in records and performances, but in the emotional lives of millions who still find meaning in their songs.